As we bring you continuing coverage of the preliminary rounds of the 2010 FIBA World Championships of Basketball. Izmir, Turkey's third largest city, plays host to 6 teams in Group D as Canada, New Zealand, Spain, Lebanon, France, and Lithuania try to play their way out of the group and into the knockout stages on the road to Istanbul. My name is Liam Canny, and I'll be your commentator this afternoon in the penultimate day of the opening rounds of the largest basketball tournament in the world. As you get a look at the schedule for today's games, we're going to open up with Canada, New Zealand, and then followed by 2 others here in the Halka Pinar Arena as we are in day 4 of the FIBA World Basketball Championships. The standings in Group D. Today's opening game pits the Road Warriors of Canada versus the Tall Blacks of New Zealand. And even though both teams know in the back of their minds that they have one more pool game tomorrow, today is Judgment Day. Both teams need to win this game in order to keep dreams of winning the title alive. As for the Tall Blacks of New Zealand, and it could be party time in Christchurch and Wellington. One more win could guarantee the Tall Blacks a seat at the top table as they go to Istanbul. The PA announcers here in the gym are going to go through the lineups as we take a look at the 2 teams today, New Zealand and Canada. Here's how they got here. New Zealand, as we see Lindsay Tate come onto the floor, earned the right to be here by winning the Oceania region. They won the Al Ramsey Shield against their arch rivals, Australia, over 2 legs. And those fans have made the way all the way from New Zealand. It's nice to see Larry Bird is in the house as we get a look at a Celtics jersey, number 33, from days gone by. And there's a look at some of the fans who've really enjoyed themselves here in the Halka Pinar Arena. There's a look at the Tall Black roster. The man to keep an eye out for is Kirk Penny, number 6, who averages 28 points, or has averaged 28 points in the 3 games so far in the tournament. New Zealand with 1 win and 2 losses, and they've played 2 of the big boys already. They lost to Lithuania and Spain so far, and then came out yesterday and put the hurt on Lebanon. 1 more win for them could see them through, as the PA announcer now goes through the Canadian lineup. You'll notice a significant absence for the Canadians. Sharpshooter Andy Routens, son of Leo Routens, has flown home. He is a scratch. He's out. He re-injured his knee that he sustained an injury on in the exhibition games against France earlier here in the group stages. In fact, he now is flown home today as the Knicks have asked him to come back. He signed a contract, his first rookie contract with the New York Knicks, and they want to protect their assets as they have asked Routens to head home. And I'm going to pause right here as we take a look at the national anthems of both of these teams.
And firstly, the national anthem of New Zealand, Yeni Zelanda Ulusal Marşı.
God Defend New Zealand, the first verse sung in Maori and the second verse in English. And a fine rendition of the Canadian national anthem, "O Canada." It was written originally as a French-Canadian patriotic song for Saint Jean-Baptiste Society, having been first performed in 1880 in Quebec City. It was a popular hymn for francophones. As we get a look at the officials today, whereas "God Save the Queen" and "The Maple Leaf Forever" competed amongst English-speaking members of Canada as the anthem in the 1870s. For years, "God Save the Queen" was played in Toronto, and "O Canada" was played in Montreal at civic events. And then from 1967 onwards, "O Canada" was widely used and officially adopted by the National Anthem Act in 1980. And what a fine national anthem it is. What a great year it's been for sports in Canada. They are defending Olympic hockey champions as they won in Vancouver over the Americans of all things. Canada have had a tough start here in this international competition. They've dropped their first 3 opening games. They lost what might prove to be a crucial loss to Lebanon in the opening game, 81-71. And then they lost a heartbreaker to Lithuania, 70-68. And Jermaine Anderson had a 3 at the end, which wouldn't go. It would have won it. And then they lost yesterday to France, 68-63. So Canada have pushed the 2 teams that are undefeated in this group. Both Lithuania and France have unblemished records. Canada's taken them right down to the wire. And so Canada are still very much alive in this tournament. They just need to win 2 games. But don't worry about tomorrow. They need to win today as they go up against the Tall Blacks. You're seeing the Tall Blacks there go through their routine as the teams get a last couple minutes to warm up before we tip it off. And so if you're a Canadian fan, there is still hope. And this is a game that the Canadians can go out and win. There's a look at the starting lineup for New Zealand. The man to watch is the number 6, Kirk Penny, who is one of the leading scorers in the tournament. There's a look at Nenad Vucinic, who is the head coach, the Serbian-born head coach of the Tall Blacks from New Zealand. We'll get a look very shortly at the Canadian starting 5, which should be interesting because the Canadians have gotten good minutes from role players throughout this tournament, the 2010 FIBA World Championships of basketball. One of whom was Kelly Olynyk, who had a magnificent performance yesterday. He scored 13 points in about 19 minutes of action, and you're going to get a look at one of the great spectacles of sport, the haka, as the Tall Blacks throw the gauntlet in the ring to see if the Canadians will rise to the challenge. And what a great image of international sport as the Tall Blacks issue a challenge. There's a look at the Canadian starting 5, the NBA player, number 15, Joel Anthony. He is so active on the boards. He blocks a lot of shots. Denham Brown will start. Denham Brown had a chance to send the game to overtime against France last night. France were down 3, 66-63. And Brown went to the rack rather than trying to pull up and shoot the 3. As we get a look at Penny, so focused. Got married this summer to a girl from Wisconsin. He attended the University of Wisconsin, graduating from there in 2003. What a great story that was. He wasn't drafted in 2003, but 20 minutes after the draft was over, he got a phone call to go and have a tryout with an NBA team and play some summer league. And this summer he was in Wisconsin getting married. He worked out with the Milwaukee Bucks. And there's a terrific interview on FIBATV.com with him if you can get a hold of it. He's an experienced international player, and he said he tries to improve every year in the summer. As you get a look at him shooting a shot there. And there's Joel Anthony on the left of your screen, the NBA player for the Miami Heat. What a great team to play for next season, the Heat. As Anthony will be with LeBron, Dwayne Wade, and Chris Bosh down in Miami. As a look at the arena, right in the heart of the arena are the Tall Black fans as they've moved down from the cheap seats and into the prime seats. Now, this man here is a mastermind of tactics, Nenad Vucinic. He really gets his team to execute offense as well. They're so fun to watch. If you are a fan of basketball, you're going to enjoy watching the way the Tall Blacks play. Once again, let me remind you that we are in Group D, which is the place to be in the 2010 FIBA World Championships of Basketball since 1967. The winner of this tournament has been awarded the Naismith Trophy. The tournament started in 1950 in Buenos Aires, Argentina. But since '67, the winner gets the Naismith Trophy, named for James Naismith, the Canadian PE teacher in Springfield, Massachusetts, who invented the game by nailing peach baskets to the wall to train athletes during the winter months. And we are just moments away from tipping it off in what has a feel of a one and done. Canada need to win to keep their dreams alive, and then they need to win tomorrow. But don't worry about tomorrow. They got to do it today. New Zealand, if they win, they're basically on their way to Istanbul as we get ready to tip it off here in the Hal Capino Arena for the 2010 FIBA World Championships of Basketball. And the opening possession to the Canadians. There's Anderson, the number 4. He really makes the Canadians go. Inside to Anthony. Anthony will spot up and shoot the 10-footer with a lovely touch from the left-handed number 15 for the Canadians. Velvet touch. Now, Anthony very much the unfinished product inside. That's a good opening account for him. And it's a little zone defense here from the Canadians. Abercrombie will spot up and shoot it. Front ends it, it won't go, and Dornicamp pulls the rebound. He'll throw it out to Anderson. The Fordham grad will bring it up. He'll go to Brown, the Yukon grad. Brown's looking inside to Anthony, can't get it. Anthony has got his size advantage over Greg Bradshaw. Nice screen and roll. Brown's gonna go baseline, and he's gonna lay it up underneath the rim with a little bit of English, and he gets it to go. As Denham Brown puts some spin out. A little press here from the Canadians. The Canadians have started very well in their games. It's just a matter of retaining leads, keeping their focus as the game goes on. They'll settle back into that zone defense. Now, keep an eye on Penny, because if he finds spaces on the floor, he is a zone buster. There he is. Doesn't shoot it. He'll give it to Abercrombie in the high post. Abercrombie will elevate. He'll give it to Bradshaw. Bradshaw will lay it up and in on a nice give from Thomas Abercrombie. As a look at Craig Bradshaw, the Winthrop University graduate. And Abercrombie is so fun to watch. He's like a human highlight film. Hopefully you'll see some dunks from him today. Okay, so it's Anthony, Kendall, Dornicamp, Brown, and Anderson for the Canadians. Dornicamp spots up, that's off. It's nowhere near close. And there's Penny down the middle of the floor. He's looking for some transition. He'll throw it up to Abercrombie. Not a great pass. Abercrombie will get it. Penny's in the corner. You got to find him. And Tate will start it. So here's the Kiwis. It's man-to-man now from the Canadians as they've changed. The Kiwis are very good executing their offenses. They move the ball so well. They move without it. Penny on Kendall. That's a mismatch. No, it's a 24-second shot clock violation. And I don't think that the New Zealanders will be too disappointed by that, because they pride themselves in their discipline and their execution. As Penny gets caught with his ball in his hands before he can get it off. Here's Brown. He's guarded by Abercrombie, the Washington State graduate. Brown will get it back from Anderson. To Anthony. To Brown. To Kendall, he can shoot it. The Pittsburgh graduate, lots of college graduates on the floor today. Kendall will shoot a turnaround, it won't go. Abercrombie to Penny. And the Canadians will stay in man-to-man defense. So man-to-man defense on a miss. Bradshaw, he is 2 for 10 in the tournament for 3-point shots. And there's another one that wasn't close. So it's a little slow account here. Brown will get in the lane. He'll go up. Nice defense from Bradshaw as he stayed vertical, and Mika Vukona pulls it down. So it's Tate, Vukona, Penny, Bradshaw, and Abercrombie for the Tall Blacks. And we are 4-2, early lead to the Road Warriors of Canada. Tate will go inside to Vukona. He's the best athlete on the All Blacks, and he goes up for the reverse layup, and he gets it to go. So Brown doing some point duties here as Anderson comes off the point. Dornicamp's the top of the key. They give it to Anderson. Anderson goes inside to Anthony. Now Anthony scored on Bradshaw last possession. He goes baseline, and there is a foul before the shot. The foul is on the floor. As you look at Coach Routens for the Canadian team, he must be really disappointed his son has to fly home. What a great opportunity, not only to watch your son play, but to coach him in the World Championships. As we get a look at Craig Bradshaw right there, the number 14 for New Zealand. Today's officiating crew from the Ukraine, Serbia, and Poland. part of the flavor of international basketball. Referees cannot referee their own country's games. So Anderson will get a rub from Anthony. Anthony's in the post. The Canadians giving Anthony lots of touches early. Brown comes around the key. Shot clock's at 5. Oh, Brown, nice fake, gets Abercrombie off his feet, but he can't get it to go. Kendall tries to keep it alive. Tate bounces it once, gives it to Vukona, gets it right back. I'm not sure he actually released the ball or not. But anyway, the referees are running down the floor. Here's Abercrombie, Penny, he'll stroke it, it's on the way, and it's short. Kendall with the rebound, so both teams are very tentative in what is effectively a must-win situation here for both these teams. And Anthony will spot up and shoot a 16-footer. It's soft, but short. Vukona surveys the floor in transition. He'll skip it to Abercrombie. That's too high. And it's out of bounds. We've got a very jittery start from both teams. Very, very nervy. As you look at Thomas Abercrombie, that is Nenad Vucinic. And a little trap here from the Tall Blacks. No problem for the Canadians. Kendall wants to give it back to Anderson. Now Anderson's got nobody guarding him. He can't take advantage of it. He's going to get a horn set. This horn set will be 2 post players high, 1 for screen, and we got a carry. As the referees call a carry, Anderson turns it over. You be the judge. Yeah, he does. He definitely carries it, but you don't often see that called in international basketball. If you're a viewer from Canada, you're accustomed maybe to watching NCAA basketball, NBA, you'll see a few different interpretations of rules here. I know the Canadians have recently adopted FIBA rules in their collegiate game, so some Canadian fans probably more accustomed to it than other fans in North America, namely the Americans. But that is a carry by the Canadian guard who played his collegiate basketball in New York. So inside to Penny. Penny goes up, and it is sent back the other way. Kendall can counter the break. Anderson, he'll go down the lane. He'll try to give it up. Penny, good defense there. Dornicamp, he'll pass it to Brown. 15 on the shot clock. Kendall, he can shoot it. Although he missed 2 open threes against France to tie the game yesterday. He's going to go in the post. He's got a mismatch against Penny, but good defense from the Tall Blacks as they recognize it and help out. And you can see Penny says, don't reach. So there it is. He's got him trapped. Oh, that's definitely a foul. And there's a look at the man who committed the foul, Mika Vukona. And if you could have read Penny's lips, he said, don't reach. And when you get a guy in a trap, just keep those hands straight up. He's the man under pressure. Don't let him off the hook by fouling. So Levon Kendall can't get his first free throw to go. Stands at 6'10", 2 meters 9. He plays his professional basketball in Athens. He can't get the second to go. So we're halfway through the first quarter, and it's a schoolboy score here, tied at 4 each. Tate to Vukona. Vukona to Abercrombie. Abercrombie, he'll go to the left, and he'll elevate. He can really get up. It won't go. We're stuck on 4s. Canada averages 67 points a game. New Zealand averaged 90 a game. But both teams are getting slow starts. Oh, nice pass from Kendall to Anthony as Kendall drops a little bounce pass and Anthony acknowledges the pass. I think Anthony was going to dunk it, but he lost the handle. So he just laid it in ever so soft. They all count. They're all worth 2. So it's zone defense from the Canadians. I think it's zone defense if the Canadians score, and man, if they miss. They don't score enough to test that theory yet. And Dornicamp with a steal. We're up to the races here. Watch out as Brown goes to the rack and he tries to lay it in and won't go. I think Brown tried to lean in and get the contact. As you get a look at Denham Brown, once scored 111 points in a basketball game. There's Joel Anthony. Now, that is not a good scene if you're a Canadian fan. That man needs to stay on the floor. Jermaine Anderson, as we see the Tall Blacks bench. Ryan Bell is on. Now, Ryan Bell's a developing talent, but he doesn't have the same composure as Anderson. And Canada need this win, so that young man Anderson's going to get back on the floor. Here's Kirk Penny. He's on Brown. He'll elevate. He'll shoot a 3. It's short. Anthony claims a rebound. That's what he does for Team Canada. Blocks shots, gets rebounds, defends. works hard. Kendall, he'll skip it. It's deflected. Penny gets the turnover. Abercrombie's open, and it's just too high. Abercrombie can really finish on the break, but he's got to get the ball in his hands. Kirk Penny will come off. And so this is a very tentative affair. Both teams feeling the pressure. That young lady there in the glasses has been at every game. What a fan. Kelly Olnick has checked into the game here for Canada. He scored 13 points in 19 minutes versus France in his coming out. There's Bell. Olnick plays his collegiate basketball for Gonzaga. He's a teenager. He's 19 years old. Brown, he'll elevate over Phil Jones, and the lid is on the basket at both ends. Neither team has brought their shooting boots. Boys, go back to the bus and change your sneakers. There's Tate to Cameron, the captain of the Tall Blocks. Jones. Now Jones can score it. He's left-handed. There he goes. He'll spot up. Nice touch, and he gets it to go. And Phil Jones will get a deuce. There's a good look at Phil. Plays his professional basketball in the Australian League. Okay, so in the post to Anthony. He's got a big size advantage over Cameron, but he's not the finished product, finishing inside. Dornick Campbell let it go. It's short. Tate with the rebound is 2-on-2. He's going to go to the basket, and he'll get contact as you get a look at Aaron Dornicamp, who's committed his first foul. We're getting some more subs checking into the game. So it's Buckner comes in. That's Mika Vukona going off. Buckner comes in for Anthony. You can see Anthony take a seat there. So there's a look at the American who is naturalized New Zealand, Casey Frank. Lindsay Tate gets the first of his 2 freebies. There's a look at Lindsay, the point guard for the Tall Blacks. He back ends a second. There's Abercrombie with those long arms, and he gets fouled as he goes back up. He's like a baby assassin, Thomas Abercrombie. Looks so young, 23 years old.
Entering the game for New Zealand, number 5, Michael Fitchett. And going to the line to shoot.
So Fitchett will check in as you're getting a look at Jermaine Buckner for Canada. Coaches go into their benches early and often. Thomas Abercrombie gets the ball to go in, using every part of the rim. And Abercrombie converts them both. Brown guarded by Abercrombie as the Tall Blacks are in man-to-man D. Dornicamp guarded by Jones. This is Brown up top. He's going to try and work on Abercrombie. Abercrombie picks his pocket. Brown gets it back up. He'll give it to Kelly Olnick. Kelly Olnick converts. There's a look at number 5. He scored points in a hurry against France, and he played terrific. So it's going to be zone defense from Canada. So they are zone on a make, man on a miss, as Coach Routens tries to get the Tall Blacks out of some offensive sync, because they do execute their man offenses very well. And Jermaine Buckner does his best impersonation of a pulling guard right here, as he just pushes Biro Cameron out of the way, and that is not an easy task. Biro Cameron at the end of his playing days, and he's carrying a few more pounds than he probably should. Speaking of svelte right there, there's a look at Leo Routens, the Syracuse great. First Canadian ever drafted in the first round of the NBA, and he could really shoot it when he was at Syracuse. So now Canada switched to man D, really trying to unsettle the Tall Blacks. Jones, left-handed sharpshooter, number 8, picks up his dribble. Abercrombie into post. Now Cameron passes so well from this position, just outside the low post. He's trying to muscle his way against Buckner, and he'll spot up and shoot the fadeaway. It won't go. Bell wants to push it to Brown. Brown crosses Fitchett over. Good ball reversal from the Canadians as it goes into Kelly Olnick, and Kelly Olnick with a nice touch, but it hits the rim and goes out as he shot it over Cameron. And the Tall Blacks come back with a 1-point lead. We've got about 30 seconds to go in what has been a slow first quarter. 9-8 to New Zealand. Now watch Connors off Cameron. He's so much more powerful than Olnick, and he just uses all of that girth, makes space for himself, and throws a little baby hook over the taller Olnick. So it's 16 seconds. Canada will get the last possession. They're chasing 3 points. Bell to Brown. Brown to Buckner. Buckner strokes a 3. Rounding out, it won't go. And here goes Fitchett. He'll throw the downtown shot.
And the score at the end of the first
It won't go, and the score at the end of the first quarter is 11 to the Tall Blacks and 8 to the Road Warriors. Malaysia, Turkey, and Iran. There's Kendall. And Bradshaw bodying him up. There's that nice bounce pass from Kendall to Anthony for the lay it in. For the left-handed Joel Anthony. We're going to look at the 5. So for Canada, it's going to be Anthony, Olnick, Javon Shepherd, Dornekamp, and Anderson's back. For the Tall Blacks, it's Jones, Fitchett, Frank, Penny, and Cameron. It's man-to-man D from the Canadians. Jones at the top of the key. Here's a good movement from Kirk Penny, and he's closely guarded by Shepherd. Penny will go off all kinds of screens. He'll shoot the 17-footer, and he rattles it home as Kirk Penny opens his account. There's his first bucket of the game. So New Zealand push a 5-point lead. Shepherd goes in the lane. He throws up the runner. It won't go. There's Anthony. Oh, what a nice rebound and putback by Anthony as he kept his balance and just floated it over the rim. And it is zone defense from the Canadians, so they're still not switching D. Jones, he can shoot it. He lets it go, back rim. Penny chases the loose ball. Come on, Team Canada, you gotta get those. You're playing for your lives. Jones will use Frank. Fitchett will spot up. He doesn't shoot many, but he got that one. And so there's Michael Fitchett as he has a word with Penny about how he wants him to cut. Nice when your point guard can keep the defense honest by hitting a few outside shots. So 16-10 to the Tall Blacks. The arena's starting to fill up a bit. Anderson will pull up at the elbow. It won't go. Jones gets the board. He surveys the floor as he comes down. Oh, a little shake and shimmy, and he turns it over. Good play from Olnick as Olnick gets his hand in the passing lane. Anderson, he'll find Dornekamp. Dornekamp spots up for the 16-footer and gets it down. Aaron Dornekamp. He's a spotty shooter, Dornekamp, but if he gets it going, I wouldn't leave him open. Okay, so it's Fitchett, made the last bucket for the Tall Blacks. He's going in the lane, he'll kick it to Jones. Jones will move it to Cameron. Now Cameron's gonna shoot a deep one, and Piero Cameron with the trifecta. Mika Vukona saying, yeah, baby, you can still play. So here's Anderson to Shepherd. Anderson will go off a screen from Anthony. Shepherd, he wants a screen from Anthony. Anthony is open down the lane. He'll give it to Olnick, and Olnick goes to the cup and sends it in. Nice assist from Anthony as he gives Olnick a pat in the head. Well done, young man. Okay, so it's man D from the Canadians. Jones. Oh, what a steal from Olnick. Now there's a 2-on-1. Olnick to Dornekamp. Dornekamp's gonna go up. He's gonna lay it in. Oh, he misses. He leaves it short. He can't get the and one. He just leaves it short as Jones commits the foul. Nice pass from Olnick. Make a pass early on the 2-on-1. Draw the defender. And Dornekamp goes up, and Jones is lucky he doesn't pay more dearly for that foul. It's Leo Routens. Because that could have been an and one easily as you look at the man, Phil Jones, who committed the foul. Dornekamp gets it down with a little love from the rim. We've got a substitution coming in I want to bring you up to date on here in a second. There's Anthony. Dornekamp will get the second one to go down. Now, coming into the game now for Canada is number 9, Olu Famutimi. Now, Olu Famutimi has been in Routen's doghouse. He did not play against France. In fact, earlier today in the game, he didn't have his uniform on. He had like a black t-shirt on. Because Routen's, I'm told, feels Famutimi isn't working hard enough. So he's got his chance. And he's got his hands filled with the top scorer in the tournament. Kirk Penny goes to the basket, but he commits an offensive foul. And Kirk Penny commits his first foul. Here you go, he's coming down the lane. And Olnick steps in and he takes the charge right in the center of the chest. What another good basketball play from Kelly Olnick. And Kirk Penny is struggling. He's got 2 points only. I mean, he can get him in bunches. Ooh, and Famutimi got away with a walk. He got away with a travel. He's guarded by Penny. He'll give it to Anderson and make a nice cut down the lane. Anderson can't get it back to him. Shepard. Shepard will go down the lane. He'll throw the floater up. It won't go. But Javon Shepard is a nice prospect.
New Zealand foul on number 13.
Phil Jones, you're looking up there. But the foul's not on him. The foul is on Casey Frank. Casey Frank for New Zealand. Went to Northern Arizona University. Played professionally in France and Sweden before he went down under. There's Pedro Cameron, the captain for the Tall Blacks and a spiritual leader. There's Anderson. So Shepard gets the first one. And they'll net the second. And it's a 1-point game to the Tall Blacks. It's been a bit cagey so far. So Fitch, it'll go down to the post to Cameron. Now Cameron doesn't really look to score there so much as move it. He can really pass it. One of the best passers in the international game from the inside. Jones, oh, that's such a nice move from Jones as he shows all of his experience. Famutimi's had a bit of a rough start. He's committed a foul and he got away with a travel. So Jones gets Famutimi up in the air, leans in, gets the contact, throws it up and gets a foul. So he's gonna throw it 2 times. Frank comes out. So there's the number 8 for New Zealand, Phil Jones. He has the most points in New Zealand Basketball League history. And he was the 2nd highest scorer in the Olympics in 2004 in Athens. He retired from the international game, the 36-year-old, and came back for this tournament. And he averages just under 12 points a game so far. So it's zone defense here from the Tall Blacks, and Shepard gets an early look. I don't think Rowden is too happy about that as he shouted over to Shepard, hey, pass. Cameron, man-to-man D from the Canadians. Ball's in the corner for Fitchett. Oh, Fitchett fakes and he goes baseline as Anderson gets caught with a foul.
Canada foul on number 4, Jermaine Anderson. His first and team's second.
There's Anderson's first foul. That is Nenad Vucinic. And there's Fitchett. He comes off after making a nice move along the baseline. He's replaced by starting point guard Lindsay Tate. Tate's shouting out the end line play. So it's black ball into Cameron to Tate. Tate spots up, won't go, and there's Vukona getting the rebound. He's also come back in the game. So it's man D again from Canada as the Tall Blacks try to pick this defense apart. 2 down is a shout. Cameron, Jones, watch Penny. Oh, Cameron should have set a screen. Penny, he'll skip the pass to Penny. Shot clock at 2. Penny will force one up, it won't go. I think Penny was expecting a screen from Cameron. Cameron turned his back and didn't really notice. Shepard with a stutter step. He can't get by Penny. Olnick will come and screen. And Shepard with another hesitation. He goes up and almost gets stripped with a good defensive play by Penny. But strong hands from Shepard. He gets it to go. And it's a 1-point game. We've got an offensive foul call.
On number 6, Kirk Penny.
On Kirk Penny. That's his second. Now, this is a worrying situation here for the Canadians because, I beg your pardon, for the New Zealanders, because Penny's coming out and he's got 2 points. He's talking to his teammate down at the bottom of the bench there, Fitchett. That's not a place that he's accustomed to being too often. He's struggling to get going. So Canada look to take a lead here. Anthony gets away with the screen. Anderson in the lane, he can't get it to go. Anthony keeps it alive. He gets it back and puts it up, and well done for Joel Anthony. That's a great bit of offensive rebound. If you can't get it, tip it, keep it alive, and he gets his own tip. He goes up for the putback. And that is Canada's first lead. Bradshaw, he's not great from that spot on the floor. Here's Abercrombie, so Abercrombie's back in the game. There's Vukona, he'll shoot the pullback. Famutimi pulls down the rebound, and he's off to the races. He'll pull it up. There's Anthony. No secondary break for the Canadians. Anthony to Shepard. Shepard on Abercrombie. He wants another screen. Oh, inside-out dribble from Shepard. Oh, he elevates. What a lovely shot from Shepard. Just too strong. He's got nice form. So we're under 5 minutes to play here. It's 22-21 to Canada in the 2010 FIBA World Championships of basketball. Bradshaw will shoot that. You can leave him out there. He's 4 for 12 from out there. We've got an off-the-ball call here. It's going to be on the Tall Blacks. Number 14, that's Bradshaw. And New Zealand are in the penalty, so we're going to get a Canadian. They're going to go to the line here. Here we go. You see if Bradshaw's holding there. That's a touch foul. Come on, ref, let the players play. There's not anything in that. Anthony didn't lose an advantage. He had the inside position still. The referee's trying to stamp their authority on things, but that is a suspect call. Let's get a look at the Canadian Brain Trust. So Anthony makes the first. He's a bit of a lottery when it comes to his free throw technique. He's shooting 38%. And right on cue, he misses. So Tate will bring it over to the timeline. It's man D from the Canadians. They're not worried about a deep threat with Penny being out, although Jones can shoot it. Here's Abercrombie to the man Jones. Jones with a couple of jab steps. But getting the lane, gets away with the travel, steps over, and he throws the scoop shot and gets it down. Olu Famutimi, the old international travel. Anthony doesn't want it in the post. He shakes it off. Now Olnick, he can just shoot it. He's over the 6'6" player. Olnick is 6'9", just step up and shoot it. But we've got an offensive foul here on Olnick with a hook out. Yeah, he does, I suppose. Why didn't you just spot up and shoot it, Kelly? You're 6'9". I beg your pardon, 6'11". Guarded by 6'6", Jones. So Abercrombie at the top of the key. Jones, he'll wheel. Tate, back to Jones, nice movement. Oh, nice move by Jones as he leaves Olu Famutimi for dead. He leaves him right there at the three-point line. He goes to the basket. We get a goaltending from Olnick. But what a sweet move from Jones. And Famutimi, he needs to come out. Coach Rowlands, you got to get him out. He got scorched on defense, and then he tried to go mano a mano against Jones, and Jones takes the charge. So in the individual, and right on cue, Famutimi's coming out. We might not see him again today. Watch this. This is Jones after he scorched Famutimi, and there's Kelly Olnick who goaltends it. And then you can see the frustration on Famutimi as he puts his head down and goes to the basket, and Jones puts his body on the line. He was shaken up briefly. That's why we've got a short stoppage. Jones has got to get his breath while Famutimi goes down the bench and gets a drink. Okay, so Tate into Vukona. He's guarded by Kendall. Vukona to Jones. Jones will spot up and shoot it. It won't go. And we've got a foul here on Vukona as he protests. So it's all very slow and steady for both teams. Nobody's really lit it up.
Entering the game for New Zealand, number 13, Casey.
Vukona goes out. Casey Frank will replace him.
Number 14,
and Levon Kendall's going to go to the charity stripe here, and he's going to shoot the 2 free throws because New Zealand are in the penalty. Canada will be in the penalty on their next foul. So Kendall, oh, lovely touch from Levon Kendall. Kendall also carries an Irish passport. He's born in Vancouver, elected to play for his native Canada. And he'll miss the second. So Canada missed an opportunity to tie. It's 25-24 to the Tall Blacks. Abercrombie at the top. He's not really a point guard. And Shepard's testing his ball handling ability right now. He'll give it to Tate. Watch over the top. Abercrombie loves that little alley-oop play. And he can go up and get it. Here's Tate. So we're 5 on the shot clock. Tate trying to deal on Kendall. He'll skip it out. Jones catches it with a straight pass. At the end of the shot clock, it won't go. Abercrombie chases down the rebound. So it's a new 24 for the Tall Blacks. Jones looking for somebody. He'll go inside to Bradshaw. Bradshaw gets stripped, but the referees have got a call here. That's netted Vucinic.
Standing a foul on number 15,
There's Thomas Abercrombie.
First foul, Bidinji foul. Entering the game for New Zealand, number 6, Kirk Penny. And going to the line for New Zealand to shoot 2 free throws.
Anthony commits his first foul as we watch Phil Jones roll down the bench. Penny's back in the game. Now he's got 2 fouls. He doesn't want to pick up his 3rd before halftime. And here is Craig Bradshaw. Craig Bradshaw played for Winthrop University. Played a bit of summer league with the Atlanta Hawks. He was undrafted after he graduated in 07. He's played for the Brisbane Bullets. He's played here in Turkey for FS Pilsen. Played in South Korea, and he's back down under playing his basketball for the Gold Coast Blaze in the Australian National Basketball League. Here's Brown. So it's 27-24 to Canada. New Zealand with a 3-point lead. I beg your pardon. So kick to the corner. Oh, nice move, baseline. Shepard! Shepard goes to the rack, and with a 2-handed dunk, announces his arrival in the arena. What a great move from Javon Shepard as he just elevated and set it down. There's Frank. Yeah, Penny. Penny, be careful. If this young man starts going, he gets a 3. And he extends the lead to 30-26, but I'm still recovering my breath from the Javon Shepard move. Brown up top. Anderson's in the game. Brown with an inside-out dribble. He'll go in the basket. He'll float and ghost. He'll go after the rebound, tips it up. It won't go. It's loose ball, and it's going to remain in the possession of the Canadians. Watch this, Shepard. He just leaves Abercrombie on the 5th floor, and he goes to the 11th floor. Oh, look at that. So we're under a minute. 4-point lead for New Zealand. Anderson gets a screen. He goes in amongst the trees, and he lays it in. And we've got a timeout. New Zealand try and craft something here in the dying seconds as it's 30 to New Zealand, 28 to Canada.
Who wants a free t-shirt? Make some noise!
So we're back here in the Halkapinar Arena. It's pool play, Group D. Group D is the place to be. We've had some tremendous games. We had a humdinger last night as Lithuania beat Spain. France upset Spain in the opening day. So stay with us because there's no telling where this one's going to go. It's nip and tuck, and the Canadians have been involved in 2 close ones. They dropped a heartbreaker to Lithuania 70-68 in their second game. And they gave France all they could handle yesterday, ultimately going down 68-63, but it was closer than the 5-point margin suggests. Okay, so we're looking here at what New Zealand will come out and do. There's 49 seconds left in the game. And watch this, Shepard, see ya. Bye, Thomas. Send it down. Now, we'll see if New Zealand will go for a 2-for-1. Try to get a quick shot and then try to get the last shot. It's tight with 49 seconds. I don't think they will. I think they're going to work the clock, show some patience, and they'll get a possession, and Canada will get a possession. So the Canadians are extending their defense to try and get New Zealand out of their sink. Don't foul now. So it's Jermaine Anderson guarding Tate. Man-to-man defense from the Canadians as Kendall's trying to switch with a man. It's Penny on the baseline. Casey Frank will spot up and shoot the three, and he gets it to go. So it's 33-28, 5-point lead to New Zealand. This should be the last possession of the game. There's a 1-second differential between shot clock and game clock. So Anderson will wait till 10, and then he'll start to deal. He's guarded by Tate. Here comes the screen from Anthony. Oh, Anderson will spot up at the free throw line. He'll shoot the 15-footer. It won't go. Might have gone too early. Here's Penny. Oh, no. Don't commit a foul there. Oh. Penny throws up the heave and hope, and it front ends the rim. And Anderson, he knows better than that. 2 seconds left.
Timeout, New Zealand.
Timeout, New Zealand. The score is 33-28, and you can see how Anderson feels about committing that foul. So there's Vucinic. There's a bias to his team is don't foul when we start playing defense. There's 2 seconds on the clock. Sadly, we cannot get you in the huddle of the Canadian team. Coach Routens will not allow a microphone in his huddle. Canadians have had open practice, though. They allowed journalists to come into practice, but doesn't want anybody in the huddle. So Penny's going to go to the free throw line to shoot his 2 free throws because Canada's in the bonus. I'm not entirely sure why Vucinic would worry about taking a timeout. I think he just wants to remind his team about defending. Doesn't want to foul. He's probably going to extend a defense so that Canada can't make a long pass. But Penny misses the first of his 2. So he'll see if he can extend the lead to 6 here. It won't go. And Frank with the rebound, and he gets the putback to go at the buzzer. And that pretty much sums up Canada's tournament. As Casey Frank gets the rebound, he puts it back up. It is 35 to New Zealand, 28 to Canada.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's now time for the Nuka Karaoke Contest. Kamalımız 2 şanslı yarışmacı olacak. Sizlerin arasından bugünkü Nuka Karaoke Contest'te yarışmak için. Maske ama sen olmayacaksın çünkü seyircilerimiz yarışacak.
And we are here in the Halkapınar Arena in Izmir, Turkey for opening round pool play of the 2010 FIBA World Championships of Basketball. We'll get a look at some of the numbers from the first half in this game between Canada and New Zealand. And Canada are 0 for 4 from behind 3-point line. And you can really notice Routen's miss. Routen's injury when he's missing, if they start throwing donuts from deep. There's a game leaders in respective categories. Nobody in double digits yet. And Kirk Penny hasn't really started to get going yet for the Tall Blacks. Penny has got all of 5 points, well under his 28-point average.
Let's see, is it going to be you?
Anthony leads for Canada with 9, nobody in double digits.
How are you?
A very slow start.
Okay. Are you ready to be
in
the
this
champion tonight?
pool game here. As a look at the shot for New Zealand, the green dots are makes and the red X's are misses. There's Canada's. You can see 0 for 4 from behind the three-point line. And not a lot going on there as they only have 28 points at halftime. It's a low score for basketball at this level. Here's a look at some highlights. Nice pass from Thomas Abercrombie right there. There's a fan who's enjoying herself. Why not? She's a Tall Blacks fan. Watch this. Denham Brown up and in. A little English. Gets a circus shot to go right here. Denham Brown. Nice move. There's Kendall. He's going to drop a dime. Watch this. Anthony down the lane. He'll lay it in. There's Jones, and the left-handed number 8 for the Tall Blacks strokes it from 3. Here's a look at Coach Routens. See if he can get his guys going. Here's Cameron just beating up the teenager. He'll lay it up over Kelly Olnick. And Kenny getting behind the boys. Kirk Penny's not getting going, but he's lending some moral support. Fitch will shoot the 3. There you go. Look at the point guard for backup point guard for New Zealand. And there's the mastermind himself. And watch this, Shepard. He's going to go in the lane. He's going to elevate. Oh, strong hands from Javon Shepard. He's almost stripped. Kendall getting behind his team, and there's a fan getting behind the Maple Leafs. Watch this, Shepard. See ya. Send it in. Javon Shepard. So at halftime at Hal Kapinar Arena, it is 35 to the Tall Blacks of New Zealand, 28 to the Road Warriors of Canada. Heart and passion, because Canada need to win to keep their dreams of getting to Istanbul and the knockout stages alive. And Canada have run 2 of the giants in this tournament very close indeed. To remind you, they lost to Lithuania 70-68. They lost to France 68-63, and those are the 2 big boys who are undefeated in Group D here in Izmir. We're looking into the huddle of the Tall Blacks.
Okay, we want a clinic now. Slice this one, okay?
He wants a clinic, does Vucinic, and they can be clinical, the Tall Blacks. They execute their offenses so well. Just as a reminder, we can't get into the Canadian huddle. Sadly, Coach Routens won't allow the microphones in the huddle. It is 35-28. Welcome back if you are just joining us. I know we've got viewers all over Canada, and your boys really need you to get behind them. They've had a sluggish start. It's always great to see the Maple Leaf in the arena. Canada is such a proud sporting nation. So we'll see if the Canadians can get it going. They've had such a injury-riddled preparations for this tournament, and then of course they've lost their NBA future star Andy Routens to injury. Brown at the top. Routens has flown home. Brown goes to the basket and Bradshaw rejects him. And with a rugby pass, it's Penny to Tate. Tate goes up and it goes. And Craig Bradshaw with the eraser at the back. Come on, Canada now. Hang tough. There's Dornicamp to Brown. He'll use Anthony for a screen. Brown to Dornicamp. It's also static from the Canadians. Into Anthony. He's not the finished product in the post. He'll elevate, he'll shoot the little 6-footer, it won't go. And we've got a foul here off the ball. So referee sort of, watch this. Craig Bradshaw, the eraser in the back, says, Denham, you better think twice about bringing that in here. So we got a foul off the ball against the Tall Blacks. The Canadians will retain possession. Anthony to bring it in. There's a foul on Mika Vukuna. That's a good sign if you're a Canadian fan. That's his 3rd. He's a tremendous athlete. There he is there, the number 7 for New Zealand. Now, Canada actually struggled a couple of times against France to get the ball in from this position. They certainly didn't get any easy looks. Turned the ball over twice from this position last night against France. Kendall's on the floor with Anderson, Brown, Dornicamp, and Anthony for the Canadians. Anderson spots up. He'll shoot the 3. It's short. Loose ball. Brown will get it. Brown hasn't really got going in this tournament. He's prolific with the basketball when he's on form. It goes into post to Kendall. Kendall's going to go up over the undersized Vukona. Bradshaw gets the rebound. Canada struggling their first 2 possessions. Coach Vucinic wants a clinic for the New Zealanders. Watch them run their offense. They move so well without the ball, they execute. Here's the guy who can fill it up. He averages 28. Penny elevates. He'll shoot the 16-footer. He gets it to go, and that is not good news if you're a Canadian fan. He was held to 5 points in the first half, but he can score him in a hurry. So it's in here to the post. Canada asserting the fact they want to play from the post. Anthony passes out. Anderson gets away with a push-off on Tate. Anderson down the lane, up amongst the trees. He lays it up. It won't go, but he gets fouled. And Jermaine Anderson going in amongst the big boys. As Abercrombie commits the foul, there's a look at Thomas Abercrombie, his first. So it's 39-28. It is an 11-point lead for the Tall Blacks. That is their largest lead. And so Anderson will try to peg them back. Oh, goodness, he missed that one. Anderson plays his basketball for Moscow. They're now called BC Triumph Moscow. You might know them as Dynamo Moscow. They've changed corporate sponsors. So there's a look at Anderson, the point guard for Canada. He needs to be on the floor basically this whole second half, so hopefully Routins will leave him on the floor. Okay, so it's Mika Vukona, Bradshaw, Tate, Penny, and Abercrombie for the Tall Blacks. Good defensive play there from Aaron Dornekamp. Canada needs something to get them started. They need a good play. They need a hustle play to get them going. Plenty of time to get back in. His 10-point lead is ages to go in this game as you're getting a look at Lindsay Tate right there. He'll bring it in for the Kiwis. To Penny. Oh, Penny, nice up fake as he watches Brown go by. Brown does his Superman impersonation, and Penny spots up and gets the three. Be careful, Brown. Now be sensible. He gets stripped. Oh, Abercrombie almost stripped him and saved it. Watch this, Penny. Oh, see you later, Denham. I'm over here. Three, thank you. And Cameron loves it. Now, just to set the scene, if New Zealand win this, they may very well be on the way to Istanbul. If Canada lose it, you can say au revoir. They'll have to be the spoiler tomorrow against Spain. Canada need to win to stay in this tournament. So Anthony's up top. Brown, man-to-man defense from the Tall Blacks. Canada has been sputtering offensively. Kendall, screen and roll. Brown's gonna go, he'll kick it to Kendall. He can spot up and shoot it. 18-footer, back iron, won't go. And he hustles after his own rebound. Leave on Kendall, well done. Dornekamp spotty from three. Brown's gonna bounce it, and he's gonna try to go by Abercrombie, and Abercrombie steps in and commits a blocking foul. It looks like pretty good defense from here, and Thomas Abercrombie with a wry smile. He has been a human highlight film in the game so far. He hasn't really shown much against Canada, but he's a jumping jack. He must have 4 or 5 dunks that have made highlight films. There's a look at Biddle Cameron, the captain for the Tall Blacks. And there is Jermaine Anderson. And I'm sorry the images changed so quickly. That's Joel Anthony there. So it's nice and safe for the Canadians. They don't get anything easy from their inbound sets. There's Olnick, the 19-year-old, checked in the game. He'll go inside to Kendall. Now Kendall's trying to bang Bradshaw. Oh, he gets him off bounce. Nice move from Levi Kendall, but he can't put the finishing touch. Anthony keeps it alive. Such a tremendous athlete. Cameron comes down with it. He's swarmed. Gets a hit across the nose by Anderson for his troubles. And here's Penny across the timeline quickly to make sure the 8-second count. Tate to Penny. Penny. It won't go. Penny gets his points from all over the floor. If you haven't seen him play before, he shoots threes, he goes inside, he gets people off their feet, he gets to the free throw line. Bradshaw with a steal on the screen and roll. Here's Cameron. So New Zealand are content to work the clock as they lead by 13, their biggest lead. Cameron, top of the high post offense for the Tall Blacks to Tate. Tate will shoot it, why not? It won't go, and Anthony's so immense on the boards. Brown, he'll slide through the lane, he'll drop a dime to Kendall. Kendall is mugged. There's no other way to say that, but Levon Kendall gets mugged by Piero Cameron, and he and Cameron shake hands quite sportingly. As a look at Piero Cameron. So Brown is coming out, and so is Shepard. Is coming in for him. There's Kelly Olnick. So Kendall nets the first one. Nice smooth touch. There's Denham Brown. As you can see there, he averages 10. He's well under that so far today. Nice rotation, but he leaves it short. And Kelly Olynyk with a great rebound. He'll put it back up. And Kelly Olynyk has been a revelation at this tournament as he gets the putback. Kelly Olynyk from Scarborough, Ontario. But he's guarding a guy he can't cope with on a dribble. He's got to get rid of Abercrombie. Oh, I tell you what, I got to give him more credit as he caused a travel against Abercrombie. Abercrombie got all his sinks in. And when you watch Abercrombie at the top, it usually means he's going to give it up and get an alley-oop. Okay, so the Tall Blacks extend their pressure, and Olynyk is guarded by Abercrombie. Olynyk is 6'11", and Olynyk can go in the post against the smaller Abercrombie. There's Anderson as he deals inside. Oh, nice move from Jermaine Anderson. It won't go, but Shepard gets the rebound. He tries to throw it up like he's shooting it. We'll see how the referees interpret it. And Anderson made such a sweet move through the lane, but Canada don't get anything easy. I tell you what, it just rolled around the rim and wouldn't go. So somehow Shepard has conned the referees into making him believe he was shooting a shot. He was up for the rebound, and when he came down, he just kind of threw it up. It was nowhere near the rim. It went into the media section about a row deep. So Shepard gets the first. Javon Shepard is Coach Routens. Javon Shepard plays his professional basketball in Germany. University of Michigan graduate in '09. Played for the Halifax Rainmen for a season. He gets the second, and I've been impressed with him. He's a tremendous athlete and a good prospect, and a couple more seasons he could be a good pro and a good servant to Canada basketball. Now he's got his hands full right here with Kirk Penny. Oh, and he gets a charge. Well done by Javon Shepard. I've got to tell you, there's a bit of play acting in here, and Penny has a word with him. Penny is chatting right there to Javon Shepard. The Emmys would have got her night, and Shepard might have gotten a word. Now watch this, you be the judge. There's not a lot in it. Oh my God, ref, foul. So Shepard cons the referee twice. Once to get him get free throws, and then to get a foul on Penny. Now he's gonna deal, he's gonna go baseline. Gonna try and get the fourth on Penny, but that's not a good idea. Why shoot the turnaround when you're trying to get a fourth foul on the best player on the other team? Take him to the cup. There's Penny. He'll throw it to Tate. Tate back into Bradshaw, was wide open, didn't know it. So 42-34 to the Tall Blacks. Inside to Cameron, he'll skip it to Penny. Penny will elevate over Anderson, front ends it, it's over the rim and over the backboard. Now Kendall gets the ball. Anderson wants to go on the break. Inside to Olynyk. Now Olynyk's just got to go to the rack, but he gets stripped by Cameron. As you look at a New Zealand fan, and Routens is just about coming out of his shirt as he's talking to the referee about a foul.
Entering the game for New Zealand are number 8, Phil Jones, and number 13, Casey Frank.
So Kirk Penny stays in the game. No, he's going to come out. Yeah, okay. So he's coming out having committed his third foul. And I suppose you can do this if you are New Zealand. You've got an 8-point lead. Been comfortable all day. So it's Tate, Jones, Cameron, Casey Frank, and Abercrombie for the Tall Blacks. Jones up top to Frank. Oh, Tate wide open. And what a rejection by Anthony. I was just about to say the Tall Blacks can really execute their sets. Watch this. Tate, and up goes Anthony with the send it back. Get out of my house. There he is. What an athlete and what a presence he's been for the Canadians.
For Canada, number 6, Ryan Bell.
Now Ryan Bell's going to check in here, the number 6 for Canada. He's going to take Anderson out, and I've been critical of Routens when Routens does this. You're playing for your life. Jermaine Anderson's a professional athlete. He can play close to 40 minutes a game. There's Abercrombie. Abercrombie goes up. He gets fouled.
Canada foul on number 14, Levon Kendall, his first Bidinji foul. Going to the line to shoot.
As the Canadians are getting together.
Tom Abercrombie, Icky Service up the school on the yard.
So Kendall's the man who is adjudged to have committed the foul. And Thomas Abercrombie gets the first one to go. Abercrombie's going to shoot the second. They back-ended, but we've got lane violation. You don't see this called very often in FIBA.
Lane violation.
Who would be a coach? Look at that look. You know he loves it. It's just not a great day. So Abercrombie gets the second, and it's a 10-point lead for the Tall Blacks. 34 chases 44. Little trap here from the Tall Blacks in their 1-3-1 defense. And the Canadians are all out of sorts here. Shepard's gonna bounce it. He's gonna ghost into the lane. He's gonna shovel it to Kendall, who's gonna drop it to Anthony. It could be a 3-second call, no. Anthony with a left-handed little shot, it goes. Nice ball work from the Canadians as they get to single digits. Now come on, Canada, dig in and play some D here. Tate to Cameron, he loves to deal from him. Behind the back pass, but it was stolen by Shepard. Shepard read the script, and he threw it off Abercrombie. Nice play from Javon Shepard. Vucinic, he's flummoxed, as is the trainer. Two trainers there, and the manager, one trainer, one manager. There's a referee who made the call. He must have seen something that nobody else did. That happens a lot, doesn't it? The referee sees something nobody else did. Okay, so Shepard calls the set. It's man-to-man defense from the Tall Blacks. Robert Sachary's in the game. Shepard's gonna spot up. That's too strong. Great play from Kendall as he keeps it alive. Shepard loses it, he gets it again. Now it's on the floor. Tate picks it up. He's 1-on-2. Oh, he's stripped by Bell. Nice play by Ryan Bell. He'll give it to Shepard. Now Shepard's 1-on-3. Hesitation, he goes to the rack, and he gets fouled. And Abercrombie's on the floor. That's Thomas Abercrombie. He's been through the wars. He's been in that exact position about 24 hours ago as he was a victim of a hard foul in New Zealand's last game.
Entering the game for New Zealand,
so it's 44-36. Watch this, Shepard, and he gets fouled. Oh, Abercrombie comes down hard on his back, and he's not comfortable. He's up now, but he's bent at the waist. He's holding his shorts, trying to get his breath. There he is. He has been tremendous in this tournament, and I know we've got a lot of Canadian fans watching, and you don't like to hear me say that, but he just hasn't got it going today. There's Piero Cameron. He committed the foul. I'd have given it to Abercrombie, but it goes to Cameron. Canada don't mind as long as one of theirs gets to the free throw line. And Shepard gets the first one. There's Robert Zachary, the Gonzaga University player. He and Olnick are teammates in the NCAA. So he's a shade under his average as Shepard. It won't go. And it's 44-37 to the Tall Blacks. Nice pass to Jones. Jones can really score. They'll give it to Abercrombie. Abercrombie loses the handle. That Molten GL7 ball can be slippery. Oh, he crosses over Olnick. He goes in the lane, and he goes up. It won't go. He's calling for a foul. Here's Shepard off to the race. He's got to be sensible. He'll pull it out. Olnick wants it on the other side. There's Zachary in the post. Now he's cleared out in the post. He's squared up. He faces Cameron. Shoots over Cameron. He leaves it short. He kind of shot puts it. Oh, almost a travel. Canadian coach is calling for a travel as Cameron slides along the floor for the loose ball. It's all a bit scrappy as we got 3 minutes to play here in the third quarter. Bell guards Fitchett. He'll give it to Jones. Jones will pull up. It won't go. We got a rebound foul here, and who's it on? I think it's going to be on Kendall or Zachary. Yeah, it's on Kendall. That's Vucinic. There's Kendall there with an over-the-back call.
His second and team's second. Akinji foul. Akinji Tuckham foul. Entering the game for Canada, number 7.
So Kendall will come off as Jermaine Buckner comes in. Canada have got it to single digits, and the referee puts the ball on the floor. He's going to start the count. Fitchett to Jones. Jones is at the top. He calls the play, and it's Fitchett. He'll work from the wing. Abercrombie at the high post. Buckner's going to try and pick his pocket from behind. Bell's all over him. Fitchett, shot clock is 7. Fitchett's got to force one, maybe a little bit too premature. 7 seconds, and when he released it, Frank can't get it, so Canada's got the ball. They chase 7 points. There's Levon Kendall. So Bell, plays called here from the sideline by the Canadian coaching staff. Screen from Zachary. Canada's offense very stagnant. As Shepard pulls up and he gets fouled. There's Routes. Oh, she can't believe it. New Zealand turned up, and they had a good win yesterday against Lebanon. New Zealand put the hurt on Lebanon, 108-76 yesterday. They played so bravely against Spain for a half. They were down 44-40 to the Spanish at a half, which was probably their best patch to play. They lost closely to France, and they just turned up and thought they're gonna win it. I beg your pardon, they lost closely to Lithuania. And they haven't really got going, but the Canadians are hanging in. 44-38. Penny's come back into the game. Shepard misses the second one, and the ball almost falls on the floor before it's picked up. There's Jones in the wing from an outlet from Cameron. Cameron has a trailer, he can't get it. It's man-to-man defense from the Canadians. There's Frank. He's double teamed by Zachary. Zachary recovers, he goes to Cameron. Jones on Olnick. Jones will spot up and shoot the 3, it won't go. Zachary with the rebound. There's a break opportunity for Canada if they can get the ball out. Here's Buckner in the wing. He'll go inside to Olnick. Now Olnick is dealing on the point guard. He goes up, he can't get it as the defense collapses on him. And you just pull your hair out if you're a Canada fan, because that's 6'11 against 5'11. Penny. Don't lose him. Oh, nice pass over the top to Jones. Jones, he'll throw it to sideline. And we've got a wraparound here. The foul's going to be on Buckner, but it looked like a hook from the New Zealand player. The foul's on Buckner. There's Buckner there. So Canada still aren't in the penalty as we've got 1:26 to play. They're down 6. Now they need to dig in and play D right here, but it's too easy for Cameron. Cameron gets an easy look. It won't fall. Zachary gathers the rebound. Shepard on the sideline. He's got Penny on him. He'll attack Penny to the basket, and that's a foul on Penny. It's not going to go, but we've got a foul on Kirk Penny. Now there's a story developing here.
New Zealand foul on number 6, Kirk Penny.
That is his 4th foul.
Foul.
He's got to come out. There's Routens. So Shepard, now come on, Javon, concentrate and get a couple of free throws here for your team. Sure enough, Penny comes out. Now, Penny has got 10 points so far. He's well under his 28-point average. Okay, so oh, there's a bit of haka in the stands. That's the New Zealand faithful are trying to look at that. They got the names of the games they got right there of all the teams they played. Javon misses the first one. He's missed 3 free throws in the last 3 possessions. So here's Shepard. He composes himself. And nice concentration. Oh, it won't go. Oh, it's like that for Canada. They just always swimming the other way against the tide. Fitchett to the high post to Cameron to Jones. Fitchett. Vukona's come back in the game. Frank will shoot the 3. Oh, and he gets it, and that is a huge basket for New Zealand. As it's 47-38, 9 points. Here's Canada the other way. Shepard is so individualistic as the Canadian offense, and Shepard turns it over. Fitchett's got it up top. Here's Cameron. Both teams will get one last look. Nice pass down the lane. Oh, Vukona somehow inexplicably misses it. And here comes Buckner. He's going to go. Shepard, I beg your pardon. Shepard for the and 1. Yes. Javon Shepard goes to the basket. Javon Shepard lays it in, and Michael Fitchett says to the referee, you got to be kidding me. So Shepard giveth, Shepard taketh away. He turned it over last time. And this time he goes to the rack and he converts his basket. Now he'd see if he can get the N1. He's been a spotty free throw shooter so far today.
Javon Shepard to shoot 1 free throw.
21 years old. Beg your pardon, 23 years old, Shepard. 6'5". Okay, so he nets the N1, he converts it. The referee like a schoolmaster sorting out an argument amongst pupils at recess. He says, hey, any problem with that? No, you're the boss. Okay, so here's Jones. Jones will bring it up, so there's a 1 second differential between the shot clock. New Zealand will keep their composure. They'll probably get the last shot. And if you're Canada, you don't want to foul here, although Canada have 1 foul to give. So we're gonna watch this. This will be the last possession. 6 in the shot clock. That's the shot clock on your red there. Jones picks up his dribble a little too early. What a great steal here from Buckner. To Olnick. No, he had more time. He threw it too early. He had more time, Kelly Olnick. It's 47 New Zealand, 41 Canada at the end of the third quarter in the 2010 FIBA World Championships of basketball.
Channel.
Vukona, Fitchett, Frank, Bradshaw, and Jones for the Tall Blacks in their traditional black. Vukona to Fitchett. I'm surprised Anderson's not in the game. Coach Routens, please get him in as soon as you can. There's Jones up top. Not that Bell's played badly, but Anderson's so important to them. Frank, he'll bounce it. He'll give it to Jones. Jones has an open look momentarily. Now he strolls down Main Street. He can't get it to go. Olnick with a rebound. He's fouled. Ref, let that go because Canada were off to the races. Javon Shepard was just about to go one-on-one against Michael Fitchett.
New Zealand foul on number
That could have been
14,
ugly.
Greg Bradshaw. It's his 3rd personal
Okay,
foul.
so Olnick will bring it in.
Canada
He's played
ball.
very steady. Buckner flashes back to the ball to beat the pressure. He says to Olnick, get out of the way, son. I'll get it over the half court. As he gives it to Bell. Bell will give it to Buckner. He likes to shoot it. To Bell. Bell wheels, deals, goes in the lane. He lays it up and in with a reverse layup by Ryan Bell. That might be his best passage of play in the whole tournament. Nice move from Ryan Bell. Plays his basketball in Finland. Fitchett to Bradshaw. Now Zachary can step off Bradshaw there. He's not a threat to score. He's going to shoot it there, get the rebound, because that's not going in. Vukona goes up and falls in the hands of Bell. It's 3-on-2 here for Canada. Bell to Shepard. Shepard bounces it, and that is an ugly break. As Shepard's got to end up with a turnaround jump shot. That was not a great break. So it's a 4-point lead. New Zealand 47, Canada 43. Jones is guarded by Zachary. There's a mismatch there. There's a mismatch inside as Shepard is stuck on Bradshaw. Offensive foul.
Offensive foul. Hujum foul.
And look at the New Zealand fans.
Number 14.
There's a good look at the t-shirt of that fan right there.
They're doing 2 fouls.
So that is Bradshaw's 4th foul. Our Canada finally getting a run of good luck here. Lady Fortune left them a long time ago. Here's Shepard to Buckner. It's all so static for the Canadians. And Shepard's going to spot up and shoot the 3. It won't go. And Olnick, what a great hustle play to keep it alive. But Shepard can't get it to go. And Bradshaw gets the rebound. And if you're a Canadian fan, that's just not a great offense. And Brown's at the substitute bench, ready to come in. We've got another foul here. This might be the makeup call. Foul is on 6, Ryan Bell.
Number 6, Ryan Bell, his 1st PNG foul.
That might be the makeup call. Canadian fans will know that tradition very well.
For New Zealand, number 11, Pero Cameron.
So Bell has played well today. I've been critical of him in this tournament, but he's had a good passage here. But coach, you got to get Anderson in as soon as possible. Okay, so the pass is to Jones. Jones to Fitchett. He fakes. He's guarded by Brown. Brown isn't even the same area code as Fitchett. Guarding him. Ooh, oh, he traveled. Jones, he'll shoot it. It'll go. Phil Jones for the trifecta for the Kiwis. And look at Shepard as he puts his head down. There's plenty of time, young man. It's 50 to New Zealand, 43 to Canada. So labored on offense from the Canadians. Oh, Sacri's open. He just can't get the handle. Now he shoots it, and it goes. Robert Sacre with the assist from Olnick, although it probably doesn't go as an assist because Sacre dropped the ball and had to pick it up. Sadly, you don't get an assist if the guy you gave it to has to bounce it to finish it. Okay, so Jones up top to Fitch it. He's guarded by Olnick. That's a mismatch. Nice pass to Frank. Frank can't get the left-handed layup as Sacre does enough to body him out. But the Canadians are ending up with all kinds of defensive mismatches because the All Blacks are moving so well without the ball. And here comes Anderson, and he needs to stay in the game for the next 7 minutes. We have 7 minutes to play, 5 points in it. And most of the games for Canada have gone this way. They've been there or thereabouts. They just haven't got that wee bit of good fortune to help them out. There's the man who, Denham Brown, who inexplicably took the ball to the rack against France. Canada were chasing 3 points with about 10 seconds to go, and Brown went to the rack, and it was swatted. All right, so there's the American who's declared for New Zealand, Casey Frank. He gets it down. Here's Sacre. Back to Brown. And Brown needs to get it over the half court here as he's going to try and break down Vukona. He does it well. Brown to Anderson. There's a screen from Sacre. Anderson's got a mismatch. He'll spot up and shoot the three. It's not even close. And the shooting woes continue for the Canadians. As Joel Anthony's going to come in for Robert Sacre. And I think we're going to ride this lineup out. Many of them here for Canada. Buckner might come out, Shepard might come back in, but it's Brown, Buckner, Anderson, Olnick, and Anthony for the Canadians. Jones is going to go right to the hoop. And I tell you what, it's the presence of Anthony which causes Jones to turn it over. He had a lane, he was going by his defender, and he saw the big number 15 coming over Canada and tried to change his mind. So this big number 15 for Canada streaks back to the middle. He'll hit it out to Brown. There's a fast break opportunity here, but there's a kick. Foot violation. As Pero Cameron gets his big feet in the way. It's a new 24 for the Canadians. And so a pass into Buckner. Buckner sweeps it. He goes by Jones. And this referee has got his favorite call. He's calling a hooking foul.
Number 7.
You be the judge. Well, I don't know. It wasn't a hooking foul. You might call it a push, but that's his 4th foul. And he's going to stay on. Browns isn't too concerned about Buckner's fouls because he can bring Shepard back on. But I don't think Femutimi is going to come back on. There's Vukona. He'll go down the middle of the lane. Tate's got it up top to Vukona. Here's this high post offense that the New Zealanders like to run. Jones will spot up. It won't go. Abercrombie with the rebound. And a new 24 for the Tall Blacks. If they're smart, they'll work it as we approach the 6-minute mark. Vukona, Abercrombie. Still no sign of Penny. Nice pass to Cameron down the lane. He can't get the layup, but Vukona with a tip in. And Casey Frank shows the emotion as we've got a little bit of an injury here from Mika Vukona. He's got some blood. What a tremendous put back by Vukona as he goes down the lane and he tips it in. So we've got an official stoppage as Kendall's going to come in for Olnick. Vukona's trying to get the blood to stop. He's going to have to go see the trainer. Casey Frank's going to come in for him. And New Zealand are going to come out in a bit of press here.
Aaron Dornkamp.
Dornkamp's going to come for Buckner. And Dornkamp will bring it in. There's Buckner. He gets some kudos from his teammates. I don't know if we'll see him again, so it's Bell, Anderson, Dornkamp, Kendall, and Anthony. There's a rub here from Anthony. What a big screener. Inside out dribble from Brown as he gets Cameron off balance, and Denham Brown goes up and he gets it to go. So there's a good bit of defense from Anderson as he tries to get in the way of a pass. Watch this. There's Vukona who goes up. And what a great shot. And he looks like he gets a stray elbow from Kelly Olnick. Okay, so we are back on the way. It's a trapping defense here from the Canadians. Kendall's got to sprint back as he was the point of the press. It's a 7-point lead for the Tall Blacks. We're approaching the midway mark of the fourth quarter. Nice backdoor cut from Abercrombie. Cameron couldn't see him. Cameron and Anthony. Those are two big bodies going at it. 3 seconds. There's the call inside.
3-second violation. Canada ball. Entering the game for New Zealand, number 6, Kirk Penny.
So Penny's back in the game now. He'll probably stay in for the rest of the game. 5 minutes to go. There's a good look at Kirk Penny. Well, the referee gets in the way. Okay, so here we go. It's Canada with the ball. They're chasing 7. Brown uses Anthony again. Same play as last time. He trips, gives it to Kendall. It's just so labored from the Canadians. Nothing easy. He picks up his dribbles, a pass in the corner.
Out of bounds, Canada ball.
Looks like the junior varsity team at my high school right now. 8 seconds on the shot clock. Dornicamp is in the post against Penny. Give him the ball. Give him the ball. Good. Now let him go attack Penny with 4 fouls. Dornicamp's going to go up. He'll kiss the glass. Around and out, it won't go. But that's the right option for the Canadians. Okay, so Tate guarded by Anderson. He'll hand it off to Abercrombie. Dornicamp doing a good job defending Penny. Penny goes back door. Penny moves so well without the ball. Dornicamp's going to need a drink, and there he goes. He gets any kind of an opening, and he'll shoot it. And Dornicamp commits a foul. He slams the ball down. He's about to throw it into the advertising billboards, and he gathers his composure. There's Aaron Dornicamp, his second foul. And so Canada are in the penalty. New Zealand are. New Zealand have got 2 team fouls. See if Vukona has been patched up. He's not making a move to go to the table yet. It's Casey Frank. Lovely touch there from the American. There's the putback by Vukona. So Casey Frank going to try and make the second, and he gets it in. It is 56 to 47, 9-point lead to the Tall Blacks. Brown guarded by Abercrombie. Anderson comes to get it. Dornicamp's off a shuffle screen. There's a sprint screen from Anthony. And Anderson goes in the lane. He gets fouled, no call. Anthony's up with it. He can't finish. He struggles to finish inside sometimes. And Rowden says to the referee, why didn't you call that? Coach Rounds, I feel your pain because Anderson definitely got bumped. So Tate guarded by Dornicamp. Dornicamp's talking about, oh, that's a straight pass. Kendall didn't see it. Nice backdoor pass to Penny. And if you lose sight of this guy, he'll make you pay. He moves so well without the ball. He gets a nice bounce pass in the back door, and he lays it in. And now it's 11 with 3 to play, 3:30 to play. And Dornicamp gets away with pushing Penny to the floor. He'll throw it over the top to Kendall. Kendall, nice pass to Anthony. Anthony with the 2-handed cram jam. And so emotionless his eyes, Rowden's. Penny's dogged by Brown up the floor. Closely guarded. Penny isn't all that quick. He's a good athlete, but he doesn't have a lot of explosiveness or quickness. Plays with such intelligence, though. Cameron, he'll give it to Frank. Frank will step over. He probably traveled. He puts up his rebound. He gets it to go. So good minutes from Frank. Comes off the bench. New Zealand fans are loving it. They know if they get one more win, they're going to Istanbul. Dornicamp to Brown. Come on, Canada, get yourself in it. 11 points down. Brown spots up. He gets a trifecta. He gets the 3 to go. And we've got a foul on the ball here from Anderson. Denham Brown gets the 3 down. That is Canada's first 3. They are 1 for 10 from behind the arc. Well, now is as good a time as any to get hot, as Canada chases 8 points. There's Lindsay Tate. He hasn't missed a free throw yet this tournament, and his accuracy continues. He averages about 6 points a game. 28 years old, 6'3", 1m90. And he gets them both. He's still perfect. Anderson, he can really go. He's on the sideline. He'll go by Tate, and he gets fouled by Frank, but he loses it. He loses the ball. Now, if New Zealand are smart, they'll pull it out. Come on, Canada, don't give up the ghost yet. There's 10 points here. Oh my goodness, Penny to the basket! And Anthony says, get out of my house, Kirk Penny! He skied to get it. Watch this, Penny to the basket, and into your picture comes the reject from Joel Anthony. What a great block. Abercrombie loses it. Nice pass forward to Shepard. Shepard's gonna go to Frank. Can he get the N1? No. Okay, this is exactly what you want if you're Canada now. You're chasing 10 points. You're going to go to the free throw line. You got an opportunity now to put points on the board while the clock has stopped. This is exactly what you want. So there's Shepard. Now he's been spotty from the line today. Shepard from the free throw line today is 7 for 11. He's 8 for 12. These are big. Come on, Javon, get your team another one here. This is to make it 8. Plenty of time left to play. 2 minutes is an eternity. Good pressure free throws from Shepard. Okay, so it's a press here from the Canadians. Kendall's sprinting back. He's the point of the press. Got 2 minutes exactly to play. 8-point difference. Abercrombie, he's guarded by Shepard. He almost lost Shepard. Penny with the alley-oop to Abercrombie. It won't go. As I said, anytime you see Abercrombie at the top, watch out for the alley-oop. So here is Anderson. Brown will spot up for the 3. He gets it to go. Denham Brown, welcome to the Halka-Pinar Arena. It's a good time to get hot as he gets the other 3 to go. Come on, Canada. 62-57 as we get a timeout. There's a look at the Kimchi dancers here in the Halka-Pinar Sports Hall. There's dancing of another sort right there. That is the Haka. You be the judge of which one you prefer, but these dancers have worked really hard to entertain the crowd right here. And that is tremendous. And there you go, there's one of the girls who's up on the rim. They go through the basket, but let's pay attention to the game because this is a heck of a game. It's 62-57. The ball in the hands of the Tall Blacks. Vukona having a hard time getting it in. He gets it into Cameron. So Canada are down 5. They need to stop here. Anthony is all over Cameron. And the bench is up. The Canadian bench is up. They're looking for a push-up on Cameron. Here's Penny. He'll give it to Cameron. Cameron can't shoot it. He'll give it to Tate. It's 9 on the shot clock. Cameron, now he's a great passer from here. He'll pass it over to Abercrombie. Abercrombie gets a loose ball, and he gets a 3 at 2 seconds on the shot clock. That is a dagger to the Canadian hearts. As Abercrombie gets it down, here's Kendall. Oh, Canada.
Out of bounds, New Zealand ball.
It's New Zealand ball, and it's turnover ball for the Canadians. So it is 65-57, 8-point lead, a minute and change. Tate will bring it over. Anderson tries to steal it. Here's Bukona. Here's Abercrombie. Oh, Penny was open down the lane. Here's Penny. He'll shoot the three. It's gone! And all of a sudden, New Zealand are starting to get control of this game. It's 68-57, under a minute. Abercrombie, don't foul Thomas. He steps in to try and stop the penetration, but he commits the foul. And you don't want to do this if you are a New Zealand player. There's a look at Abercrombie. So 68-57. Abercrombie and Penny with 2 nails in the coffin with 2 threes. Now New Zealand are not in the bonus. Next foul, they'll be in the bonus. Shepherd brings it in, and Canada just don't get any easy looks. They don't run inbounds plays that get them any kind of baskets. They're just going to get the ball in here. There's Brown. Brown to Anthony. He doesn't want to shoot it there. Kendall, he can shoot it. It goes inside to Anderson, the smallest guy in the gym. He lays it up and in. He powers it up. Here's Abercrombie. You need to foul, Canada. You need to foul, Shepherd. You got to foul, guys. There's Abercrombie. There's Tate. Good movement. You got to foul, Canada. You lost your chance. Come on, guys. Don't do it now. 10 seconds on the shot clock. I don't know why you lost so much time. Penny, oh my goodness. That is dreadful defense from the Canadians. That is absolutely appalling defense from the Canadians.
And a foul on number 13, Javon Shepherd, his first.
You're chasing 9 points with 50 seconds to go, and you let 30 seconds off the clock. I just don't understand that. I can't get my head around that. As you're looking at Vucinic, the coach of New Zealand. And there's Mika Vukona, who comes off. He's had a good game. So it's Penny at the free throw line. He just put the last nail in the Canadian coffin. There's another one. Penny has got 16. That's quiet for him. Make that 17. There's another nail in the coffin. It's 11 points as New Zealand have opened up an 11-point lead here. It's not their largest. 28 seconds to go. Here's Brown. He'll go down if you're New Zealand, don't foul. They'll let him go and send it down. That is a conciliatory dunk. There's not much in it. Shepherd and Javon, we needed that foul about 30 seconds ago. If you're a Canada fan, watch this. Here's Brown. Brown to send it down as he comes into your living room. That's his 12th point. And I've got to be honest and say that it hasn't been a stellar performance from the Road Warriors. They have played better in this tournament against better opposition with respect to the New Zealanders. Oh, Penny can't get that one down. He's ordinarily a pretty good free throw shooter, shoots 80% from the line, or has been at this tournament. He probably shoots better than that in his career. And he gets the second. So it's 10 points, and New Zealand fans are just about ready to go into raptures because they know that this win will pretty much guarantee them a place at the table in Istanbul. So it's Anderson. He'll throw it up. It won't go. Shepherd can't get it. Anthony's still hustling. You got to give him credit. He's still hustling. Shepherd will spot up, shoot the three. It's no good. And that'll do it here in the Halkapina Arena as New Zealand will beat Canada by 10 with a score of 71-61. And that looks pretty much sums up Canada's day. They did have a chance as they got within single digits with about 2 minutes to play here, but it got away from them. And so it's going to be tough for them tomorrow. They're going to have to play the spoilers tomorrow as Canada will wrap it up against the defending champions, Spain. So they're going to have to relish an opportunity to spoil the party for the Spanish. The Spanish are not through this group just yet. They have a 1-2 record. There's a look at Canada. And they've come in this tournament as perhaps one of the most cohesive groups. They faced so much adversity, having lost Carl English and Jesse Young in the exhibition games. When they came over to play a tournament in Turkey at FS Pilsen, they had an intestinal bug. They've lost Routins. Look at the fans. They're loving it. Fans of all ages. Great to see fans of all ages here. And Yeah, so Canada just had a hard tournament. They go 0-4, and New Zealand improved to 2-2. As we look at the numbers here, 71-61, the most important, as the players will make their way out of the arena. Here's a look at the numbers, and there you go, 17% for Canada. Denham Brown made 2 of them. In a critical time, you thought maybe the warm was starting to turn for Canada, but it's all too little too late, and 60% from the free throw. They left 10 points on the free throw line. There you go, there's your ball game. You got to make free throws to win games. Shepard had a good game, give him his credit. He scored 15, that is more than his average. In fact, that's double his average. He averages about 7 points a game. Quiet night for Penny with 18. So New Zealand must be pleased, as they've got their second win in the opening pool games of the 2010 FIBA World Championships of basketball. Getting a look at some of today's numbers. Both teams got 3 players in double digits. Thomas Abercrombie quiet with 7, and he didn't have any thunder dunks that we're accustomed to seeing. No highlights for Thomas today. And there's a shot chart for the Tall Blacks. Remember, it's green dots. Look at all those scores in the paint. Green dots are makes and red X's are misses, and this is going to be ugly reading right here as we take a look at Canada's shot chart. Look at all the X's outside the arc. So yeah, it's tough for them when they lose their best shooter in Routens. We hope Routens will recover from his injury as he starts his NBA career in the Knicks. Here's some highlights. Penny with the head fake, and he gets the 3 to go. And the New Zealand fans and players alike like that. Nice pass, but Anthony with one of his several blocks today. Watch this, swat. Lindsay Tate ends up on the floor. Nice little finish, finger roll from NBA player. And some fans enjoying the stoppage of play. Some nice shots from the cameraman here. There's Jones in the left, he loves to shoot it. That's an inside-out play as Cameron kicks it out to Phil Jones, and the trifecta is good. Abercrombie. There's Tate, and there's Cameron, and there's another bit of defense from Anthony, who puts this shot up, but watch Fukona come in your screen with a putback. And Casey Frankie loves it. He knows that a win gets him to Istanbul. And textbook basketball, the bounce pass is a scoring pass and a backdoor cut from Kirk Penny. And that's a fan. So that will just about do it here in the Halka Pinar Arena, as New Zealand are just about on the way to Istanbul. They beat Canada today, 71-61. We'll see you later on.